Across the U.S., thousands of older adults have been supported in staying strong, sharp, and independent for as long as possible. But today, there's something urgent that needs to be shared. For anyone between the ages of 65 and 80, 5 everyday habits may be silent harming health, even when everything seems fine. These are small, routine things, often done without a second thought. Yet, over time, they quietly drain energy, weaken balance, and erode strength. Most people don't notice the damage until a serious event brings it to light. This isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. These aren't dire warnings, but gentle red flags. And with just a few simple adjustments, they can be addressed effectively and safely. No major lifestyle overhaul is required, just practical, straightforward steps that can be taken starting today. Steps that support the brain, the heart, the muscles, and most importantly, peace of mind and independence. Be sure to stay through all 5, especially the last one. It's one of the most overlooked and easiest to fix, but it can have a powerful impact. Everyone deserves to feel strong, steady, and clear-headed. These changes aren't about adding rules. They're about reclaiming control. And if this message resonates along the way, consider dropping a quick yes in the comments. That one word might encourage someone else to tune in, someone who really needs to hear this. Let's protect the future, one small, thoughtful choice at a time. 1. Sitting too much. Let's start with something that might sound harmless, but is quietly one of the biggest threats to your strength and independence. Sitting too much. Have you ever stood up after sitting for a while and felt your knees creak or your back groan like an old rocking chair? That slow, stiff feeling. It's not just getting older. It's your body whispering that it needs to move. We often think if we take a walk in the morning or go to a class once or twice a week, we've done our part. But here's the truth. Even if you go for a brisk 30-minute walk every day, it doesn't undo 6 straight hours of sitting. Your blood flow slows down, your leg and core muscles start to weaken, and your body becomes more prone to dangerous clots. The longer you sit, the more your joints stiffen, and that's where the risk of falls starts creeping in, quietly and invisibly. There was a patient, Bill. At 70, he was full of life and proud of his daily walks. But over time, a dull, nagging ache developed in his lower back and just wouldn't go away. At first, it was easy to brush off. Nothing serious, just part of getting older, or so it seemed. During one visit, a gentle question changed everything. What's happening during the other 23 hours of your day? That question struck a chord. Bill took a step back and realized something important. Outside of that one walk, most of his time was spent sitting, watching TV, reading, even napping, all in the same recliner. That moment became his wake-up call. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Here's the encouraging part. You don't need to become a gym rat or start jogging. Minor adjustments can make a huge difference. One simple habit: set a timer every 45 minutes. When it rings, just stand up. Stretch your arms to the ceiling. Roll your shoulders back. Walk to the kitchen and refill your water. These tiny resets wake up your circulation and gently nudge your muscles to stay engaged. Another tip: try standing while you talk on the phone, or pace the room during commercial breaks. Even short strolls from one end of the house to the other can breathe new life into your joints. Your body was made to move, not just in big bursts, but throughout the day. Movement isn't about exercise. It's about staying alive in your body. It keeps your mind clear, your digestion working, your balance sharp. Your muscles crave it, your joints thank you for it, and your heart depends on it. So don't think of this as giving something up. Think of it as reclaiming something: your freedom to move, to live fully, to feel good in your own skin. And that begins by simply standing up. 2. Not eating enough protein. Let's shift to something even more subtle, but just as important: the strength that comes from what's on your plate. You might think, I'm eating fine. I'm not wasting away. But strength loss isn't always something you can see in the mirror. Often, it begins silently, and one of the biggest culprits is not getting enough protein. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing protein. That means even if you're eating the same way you always have, your muscles might not be getting what they need to stay strong and stable. This condition, called sarcopenia, isn't a fancy word to scare you. It's simply the gradual loss of muscle that naturally comes with age, unless we actively fight back. It's common to see energy levels decline with age. Stairs feel steeper, carrying groceries becomes more tiring, and these changes are often chalked up to just getting older. But in many cases, the real issue is something more specific: not getting enough protein. As the body ages, it needs more high-quality protein to maintain muscle strength, energy, and physical function. Yet many older adults unknowingly eat far less than needed. This quiet deficiency can gradually lead to weakness, fatigue, and a loss of independence. There's a simple test you can try. Sit in a chair and try to stand up without using your hands. If that feels difficult, don't feel discouraged. It just means it's time to nourish your muscles with what they've been quietly missing. So, how much is enough? Most older adults benefit from getting about 1 to 1.2 grams of protein for every kilogram of body weight each day. That might sound like a lot, but it adds up gently. A couple of eggs, a serving of beans, a spoonful of peanut butter, some yogurt or cheese. The key is to spread it throughout your day, not just pack it all into one big meal at dinner. Your body does better when it gets a steady flow. And remember, this isn't about bulking up like a bodybuilder. It's about having the strength to stay upright, to carry your own groceries, to reach that top shelf, to get out and live the life you love without always needing help. Protein is power, but not just physical power. It's the power to stay independent, to feel energized, and to keep doing the things that make life rich and meaningful. And that kind of strength? It's absolutely worth feeding. If this information feels helpful, consider sharing it with a friend or loved one. It might be exactly what they need to hear today. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical, empowering health tips that support strong, independent living at every stage. 3. Poor sleep habits. There's a common belief that older adults simply don't need as much sleep. It's not unusual to hear, "I guess I just don't sleep like I used to." But the truth is, needing less sleep with age is a myth. What actually happens is that it becomes harder to get the deep, restorative sleep the body and brain truly need. But the need itself doesn't go away. Sleep isn't just downtime. It's when the brain clears out waste, the immune system resets, and hormones rebalance. Missing out on that doesn't just cause fatigue. It can lead to foggy thinking, irritability, forgetfulness, and over time, even affect heart health and immune function. Waking up with a heavy, sluggish mind isn't just a bad night. It's a signal that the brain didn't get what it needed. Sleep struggles are common, and they're not a sign of weakness. As the body ages, melatonin production naturally decreases, making it harder to fall and stay asleep. On top of that, pain, medications, or even racing thoughts can make rest feel out of reach. But little changes can make a real difference. A regular bedtime, dimming the lights in the evening, turning off the news and allowing the mind to settle with soft music or a warm cup of herbal tea. Creating a wind-down hour before bed isn't indulgent, it's essential. And in those moments lying awake, staring at the ceiling, it's important to remember, the body isn't broken. It simply needs a little more care, a little more intention. Because sleep isn't laziness, it's healing. It's where the body repairs, the mind resets, and the heart finds calm. This kind of rest, the deep, nourishing kind, isn't just a luxury. It's a basic need. Every system in the body works hard throughout the day. Sleep is how it's thanked. And that gift should never be taken for granted. 4. skipping strength and balance training. Once your sleep is back on track, you'll notice something beautiful. Your energy returns. Your mood steadies. You feel more like yourself again. But what you do with that energy makes all the difference. And that brings us to something many folks skip, often without realizing how essential it is. Did you know that falls are the #1 cause of injury among older adults in the US? And here's the part most people don't know. Most of those falls could be prevented, not with better shoes or handrails, but with simple strength and balance training. Now, walking is wonderful. Truly. It keeps your heart healthy, lifts your spirits, and keeps your joints moving. But walking alone doesn't fully prepare your body for the surprises life throws your way. It doesn't challenge the deep core and stabilizer muscles that spring into action when a floor is slick, a rug is bunched up, or the dog suddenly gets underfoot. Let's talk about Harold. He's 75, proud of his daily morning walks, rain or shine, 2 miles around the block. But one quiet afternoon, he tripped on a throw rug in his living room and fell, breaking his wrist. He was frustrated, of course, but even more confused. How could this happen? I walk every day. His doctor gently explained. It wasn't the rug, Harold. It was your balance muscles. Muscles that walking alone never strengthened. You can test yours right now. Stand near a counter, lift one foot just an inch off the ground. Can you hold it for 10 seconds without grabbing the edge? That little wobble you feel, that's your body's way of saying, hey, we need to work on this. The good news? You don't need a gym or a trainer. You don't need to lift heavy weights or sweat buckets. You just need intentional movement. Chair squats to strengthen your thighs. Gentle heel-to-toe walking across your hallway. A few minutes of yoga, tai chi, or even resistance bands can wake up the muscles that keep you grounded, literally. This isn't about bulking up or pushing limits. It's about resilience. It's about being able to reach for a high shelf, get out of a low chair, step confidently into the shower, and know your body can catch you. Because the goal isn't just to avoid a fall, it's to live without fear, to walk into every room, every sidewalk, every day, with steadiness and strength. And here's the most empowering part. It's never too late to begin. Muscles respond at any age. Balance can be improved, even restored. Every time you take a step toward building strength, you're reclaiming confidence, independence, and the freedom to move through the world without hesitation. Let's treat your balance not as a problem, but as a practice. A way to care for your body, protect your future, and stand tall in every sense of the word. 5. Not drinking enough water. The beautiful thing about rebuilding strength and balance is that it brings you back into your body. You feel more grounded, more present. But to truly stay strong and clear-headed, there's one more piece of the puzzle we can't overlook. And it's one that's so basic, so ordinary, that many people forget just how essential it is. Water. You see, as we get older, something subtle but important starts to happen. Our sense of thirst becomes less reliable. You might not feel thirsty even when your body is actually running low. And that's when dehydration quietly begins to do its work. It doesn't always announce itself with dry mouth or heat exhaustion. Sometimes it sneaks in as something much quieter, like fatigue, a foggy brain, a sudden spell of dizziness when you stand up, even constipation or aches in the joints. All of those can be your body's quiet plea for more hydration. There's a quick way to check yourself. Try pinching the skin on the back of your hand. Hold it for a moment and let go. Does it snap back quickly or linger in a little fold? That lingering can be a sign your body needs more fluids. Hydration doesn't have to mean chugging gallons of plain water. Start simple. Keep a water bottle by your favorite chair. Drink a full glass of water when you wake up. It sets the tone for the day. And if you're not a fan of plain water, try infusing it with slices of lemon, cucumber, or berries. Even herbal teas count. The key is consistency, not perfection. Water does more than quench thirst. It keeps your joints cushioned, helping you move more freely. It keeps your kidneys humming along, filtering waste and balancing your blood. It helps your heart pump efficiently and your brain fire clearly. It's what gives your skin that supple glow and your digestion the gentle flow it needs. And here's something worth remembering. Drinking enough water isn't just a health habit. It's an act of daily kindness toward your body. A small, nourishing gift you give yourself, one glass at a time. So as you move through your day, rebuilding strength, eating well and sleeping more deeply, don't forget this final step. Hydration holds it all together. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's one of the easiest ways to protect your vitality, right here, right now. If you recognize yourself in any of these patterns, please take this to heart. It's not too late, not by a long shot. Your body is incredibly wise and resilient. Even in your 70s or 80s, it can rebuild strength, regain energy, and recover balance. All it needs is your attention and a little compassion. And this isn't about blame. These aren't lectures or warnings meant to make you feel bad. These are loving invitations to care for the most important thing you have: your body, your mind, your independence. You can make one small change today and feel better tomorrow. So, tell me, what's one shift you're willing to try this week? Maybe standing up every hour, adding an egg to breakfast, cutting off screens after sunset. I'd truly love to hear what speaks to you. Drop a note in the comments. Let's encourage each other. And finally, thank you. Thank you for being the kind of person who shows up, who listens, who still believes in the power of small steps. This journey is yours, and you deserve to feel strong, clear, and capable every single day. If this video helped you, be sure to subscribe and share it with someone else you care about. Because your health is your legacy, and you are so very worth taking care of.